everyone, Miss GoElectric here. Today is Sunday, May 26th, 2024, and this is The Current, weekly EV news. Our goal is to provide the most helpful 10 minutes of EV and electrification stories available anywhere. From product launches to delays to battery recycling programs to new chemistries, there was a wide variety of stories this week, so let's get into it. Redwood Materials, a Nevada-based battery recycling company founded by former Tesla executive J.B. Straubel, has announced a strategic partnership with Ultium Cells LLC, a joint venture between General Motors and LG Energy Solutions. The partnership involves Redwood recycling production scrap from Ultium Cells battery cell plants in Warren, Ohio and Spring Hill, Tennessee, with a plan to include their third plant in Michigan when construction is complete. The Ohio and Tennessee plants, each covering 2.8 million square feet, are expected to produce battery cells with an annual capacity of more than 80 gigawatt hours. Redwood says battery cell manufacturing still experiences a 5 to 10% scrap rate on average. In this agreement, Redwood will receive the majority of the scrap from the manufacturing process, amounting to approximately 10,000 tons of materials annually. Redwood is also working with Panasonic, AESC, Volkswagen, Ford, and Toyota. Tesla senior manager of the Semi program, Dan Priestley, recently shared updates on the Tesla Semi program at the ACT Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada last week. He revealed that the Tesla Semi fleet has accumulated 3.5 million miles to date, with 50 more units being delivered to PepsiCo, who had taken delivery of 36 semis since December of 2022, but had an original order of 100 semis placed in 2017. The electric Class 8 truck boasts a range of up to 500 miles for the long-range variant, and the PepsiCo fleet carrying heavy loads of beverages has been averaging 1.7 kilowatt hours per mile. That is impressive efficiency for a vehicle with a full load of 82,000 pounds gross combination weight. Tesla is also investing heavily in its mega charger network to support the Semi's operations. Tesla says the Semi can recover up to 70% of range in 30 minutes using Tesla's mega chargers. The company plans to begin volume production and deliveries from their Giga Nevada manufacturing facility by 2026, with a target production capacity of 50,000 units per year. Tesla also came out with their 2023 Impact Report, which is an annual document published by the company that details its efforts and achievements in environmental sustainability, product efficiency, and social responsibility. Highlights include Tesla's emissions reductions, which revealed that Tesla customers avoided over 20 million metric tons of CO2 equivalent by using Tesla products in 2023, and that each Tesla vehicle on the road is estimated to avert approximately 51 tons of CO2 over its lifetime. They also revealed that the Model Y all-wheel drive achieves 3.8 EPA miles per kilowatt hour, making it the most efficient electric SUV. As far as manufacturing goes, Tesla says they have reduced water use per vehicle by nearly 25% over the last 5 years, achieving one of the lowest water withdrawals per vehicle in the industry. They also said that the company sources 100% renewable energy for its operational electricity load and matches supercharger electricity consumption with renewable energy annually. They said they maintained strict standards for human rights and environmental sustainability in its supply chain, and that in 2023, the company audited 156 suppliers and interviewed 3,645 workers to identify and address forced labor and human rights abuses. Lastly, the company stated they supported the recovery of enough battery materials to produce 43,000 Model Y rear-wheel drive vehicles. Next up, Kia has unveiled its latest addition, a compact electric SUV called the EV3. The EV3 is expected to be available in a price range between $35,000 to $50,000, which would compete with other compact electric SUVs like the Volvo EX30, Chevrolet Equinox EV, Rivian R3, and sister vehicles like the Hyundai Kona EV and Kia Niro EV when it launches. The EV3 has a range of 600 kilometers or 372 miles on Europe's WLTP cycle and is expected to have an EPA range around 300 miles for the US market. It will be based on Hyundai Group's eGMP, but will have a 400-volt architecture with 2 battery variants. A standard model with a 58.3 kilowatt-hour battery and a long-range model with an 81.4 kilowatt-hour battery. Kia says the EV3 will charge from 10 to 80% in 31 minutes with a 128 kilowatt DC fast charging peak. They mentioned that the charging speed is lower than its other eGMP vehicles, like the EV9 and the EV6, but it is designed to be a flatter charging curve, which means it will hold the peak charging rate for longer. I noticed they also placed the charging port on the front passenger side of the vehicle, which will play nice with Tesla's supercharging network once they gain access to it. Both launch models are equipped with a 202 horsepower and 208 pound-feet of torque front-wheel drive motor. It will hit 0 to 62 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. After launch, they will offer an all-wheel drive, more performant variant with the GT line trim. The EV3 will have many technology features available, including a head-up display, vehicle-to-load capability for exporting power, the digital key 2.0, a generative AI assistant for voice commands, and a new premium streaming and arcade platform through their partner LG's automotive content platform. The EV3 is set to launch in Korea in July of 2024, with a European launch following in the second half of the year. Subsequent market launches are expected after the European market entry, including the US, with an anticipated annual production rate of 70,000 to 80,000 units. What are your thoughts on the Kia EV3? Do you like it better than the competitors? Do you think 70 to 80,000 units for the US annually is enough? This past week, the CEO of Alpine, a Renault Group brand and renowned French performance brand, has provided details on their plans to enter the US market in 2027 with a fully electric lineup. The company plans to launch a range of electric vehicles in the US, including 2 electric crossovers, the A390, which will be on the same platform as the Nissan Ariya, and the larger A490. In addition to the crossovers, Alpine is also developing a successor to its iconic A110 sports car. The new electric A110 is scheduled for a late 2026 release, ahead of the brand's US launch. By 2028, there will be an electric version of the A310 as well, which is set to compete with Porsche's Taycan. Alpine plans to release 7 EVs and achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2030. This week, several automakers have announced plans to delay EV production or deliveries for the US market, including Nissan and Volkswagen. First off, Nissan has decided to postpone the production of 2 electric sedans, which were originally scheduled to enter production in late 2026. The company has cited slower growth in the electric car market and the need to enhance product competitiveness as the primary reasons for these changes. Despite these delays, Nissan says they remain committed to their goal of offering a total of 19 EV models globally by 2030. The company has also announced plans to build 5 new EV models at its Canton, Mississippi plant, including 2 electric SUVs that will now be built before the sedans. No, that's right, I said 5. Nissan has also revealed its intention to build a 5th EV at the same site, a compact crossover roughly the size of the Nissan Rogue. As for Volkswagen, they decided to indefinitely delay the launch of its electric sedan, the ID.7, in the US and Canadian markets. Similar to Nissan's reasoning, the decision was attributed to changing market dynamics in North America. The ID.7 was originally slated to hit American dealers sometime in 2024. The company's statement highlighted strong SUV sales in North America, indicating a preference for larger vehicles among consumers in the region. The Volkswagen ID Buzz hits American dealer lots in the 4th quarter of this year. Do you think the delays from both Nissan and Volkswagen are the right choice at this moment? Google Ventures-backed EV charging provider Gravity Mobility recently opened a public charging station in Midtown Manhattan featuring charging speeds of up to 500 kilowatts, which we covered here on The Current a few weeks ago. Gravity's chargers can provide up to 200 miles of range in as little as 5 minutes at this facility. This week, they announced a new product in their suite of charging equipment, which they called Distributed Energy Access Point, or DEEP, trees, for curbside charging. The charging trees don't require a utility upgrade because they pull their energy from a battery bank. The trees will all be 1,000 volt with the ability to charge between 200 and 500 kilowatts and will be bidirectional ready. Gravity also says the trees are designed to accommodate other smart city technologies such as traffic safety cameras, colored LED street and curbside lighting, 5G public Wi-Fi, air quality sensors, and integrated audio-video for public communication. The hinged swing arm that manages the charging cable drops and raises automatically, and the EV connector latches back onto the pole when charging is complete. This is designed to avoid tripping hazards, vandalism, and provide more flexible accessibility for curbside charging. When I was reviewing the Nissan Ariya in New York City, I was shocked at how few charging options there were. It looks like the cavalry is finally inbound. On the battery development front, Porsche Ventures is making a strategic investment in South 8 Technologies, a battery startup from San Diego. South 8 is working on making lithium-ion batteries with a liquid gas electrolyte designed to be more weather-resistant and cheaper, aiming to enhance electric vehicle performance in extreme climates. While South 8 aims to reduce the cost of lithium-ion batteries by 30%, the implementation of a pressurized liquefied gas electrolyte might introduce additional cost due to the need for specialized manufacturing processes and materials. The technology requires a new design for the top cap of the battery cell to include a valve through which the electrolyte is injected, and it also requires a rigid cell structure to withstand the pressure, which could limit its application to certain types of battery cells like the cylindrical design. The gas used in South 8's LiGas technology is a greenhouse gas, which could not only affect its environmental impact, but also its future recycling. What is the battery chemistry and technology you are most interested in for future development? Like Tesla did last week with the Model Y, Ford has announced a drastic drop in interest rates. They are offering 0% APR for 48 months on the 2024 Mustang Mach-E. This rate is available in select states including California, Arizona, Michigan, Colorado, Texas, Florida, Oregon, and Washington. This week, I had a chance to experience the 2024 Mustang Mach-E and Rally Edition, and we'll publish the full driving impressions in a new video next week. We're still cleaning mud off the equipment, which may indicate the kind of coverage you can expect to see. Last week, we also visited Lightship's brand new manufacturing facility near Denver, Colorado. The electric travel trailer startup gave us a full tour, and I got a few updates during a sit-down interview with the founders. We went live with that video this morning on the Miss GoElectric Industry channel. There you can find all of our factory tours, in-depth interviews, and business or policy explainers. Speaking of industry, I'll be speaking on a panel this Friday, May 31st at the Electrify Expo Industry Day in Long Beach, California, discussing the topic, is Tesla's charging network the answer to the country's infrastructure problem? I'll link to the Lightship factory video and post a discount code for Industry Day tickets at Electrify Expo in this video's description. Well, that's all for this week's edition of The Current. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and sharing this video if you found some value in this coverage. We will continue to make these videos as we see growing viewership. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.